Indonesia readiness to implement a circular economy for sustainable development goals. My name is Fauzan Abdullah with my partner Amelia Haryati and Alifa Sintiasaro. We are from Bachelor of Research Methodology, Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business, University Malaysia Kelantan. Currently, several countries in the world, one which of is Indonesia, have started to focus on the SDGs. In their activities for sustainable development, one of them is economic activities, which cause the company to no longer only focus on generating profits, but also focus on sustainable development goals that can have a good impact on the company internal and external environment. A new economic system that can support the SDGs is a circular economy system. Problem: in 2021, waste generation in Indonesia has reached more than 25 million tons a year. This is one source of problems that can cause environmental damage ranging from floods to climate change in Indonesia. Garbage is formed from the residue of human activities, especially linear economic activities. These activities always produce waste that is difficult to decompose. So that waste treatment is not an easy thing to do because it requires creativity, energy, space, and money to process it. Objectively, this research was conducted to provide information on how capable Indonesia is implementing a circular economy system to support the SDGs. Theoretical framework. Sustainable development according to Ortonez and Winker in 2010 is firstly a capacity to maintain ecological, social, and economic stability in the transformation of biosphere service to humans. Secondly, to meet and optimize the needs of present and future generations. Third, the persistence of the system is needed and desired, socio-political or natural, in an unlimited time. The fourth, integration of ethical, economic, and social environment aspect in coherent manner so that generation of humans and other living beings can live now and in the future without limit. Fifth, fulfill the needs and aspiration below environmental, social, technological limiting factors. The sixth, live in the harmony that nature and others. The seventh, maintain the quality of relationship between humans and nature. Sustainable development has four principles, according from Zulkifli in 2013. These principles include the first, equality and social justice. Two, appreciate diversity. Diversity, biodiversity, and cultural diversity need to be maintained in order to ensure sustainability. Third, using an integrative approach. Fourth, long-term perspective. In this case, sustainable development is oriented not only to the present but also to the future. Sustainable Development Goals is a development agenda that was compiled with 5 principles, 70 goals, and 169 targets by forum participants at the 70th General Assembly of the United Nations or UN in September 2015 in New York, United States of America. The 17 SDGs indicators are, we can read from the 1 and to 17.
It has been the last 6 years since the world has adopted SDG goals and targets into their respective countries' development plans. SDG indicator in Indonesia is ranked 6 in the 20 and 21 SDG achievement in the Southeast Asia region and ranked 96 globally. Circular economy is an alternative to a traditional or linear economy, where through a circular economy we keep resources in use as long as possible, ex- extracting maximum value from them as they are used. Then recovering and regenerating product and materials at the end of each lifespan service. The role of the government according to the quadruple helix model in implementing the circular economy according to Agung 2021, which was adapted from the quadruple helix concept in handling plastic waste problems, e.g. Global's 2020, namely providing support for upstream to downstream governance policy, regulatory framework support, and the formulation of financing and intensive mechanism. Methodology. The research was conducted by collecting data related to the effort of the government in Indonesia to support the transition from a linear economic system to a circular economy system, which after that will be compared with the needs that must be met to move towards a circular economy. Result: effort made by the Indonesian government to implement a circular economy in Indonesia. A. Legal instrument. The Indonesian government does not regulate the application of a circular economy specifically into an integrated legal instrument document. The was done was because previously there were several national legal instruments that contained appropriate materials and supported the implementation of a circular economy. The following are regulations relating to the implementation of a circular economy. Currently, Indonesia has updated several regulations to support the implementation of a circular economy. The regulation is stated in the implementing regulation of the job creation law. B. Government policy. The Indonesian government has established policies that support a circular economy. 1. Along with the 20 and 20 until 20 and 24 RPGMN, which contains plans for the preparation of an integrated waste management system from upstream to downstream. 2. Based on the report from the Ministry of National Development Planning or Bappenas. 3. Presidential Regulation Number 97 of 2017 concerning national policy and strategies for household waste management Press Jakartranas. 4. Presidential Regulation Number 83 of 2018 concerning handling of marine debris 2018 until 2025, which is avoided through strategies. 5. The government is currently preparing a circular economy national action plan or RAN so that there is a framework that is supported by the government. C. Formulation of financing mechanism and incentives. To support a circular economy, the Indonesian government used the state revenue and expenditure budget, regional revenue and expenditure budget, loans, grants, investment, including public-private partnership, and non-budget investment financing. Blended finance. Sharia-based financing in additional the coordinating Ministry for Maritime Affairs has collaborated with NPMA and estimates the investment amount to be up to 5.1 billion US dollars, including annual operating costs of up to 1.1 billion US dollar, July 20 and 21.
This research, we find that the Indonesian government has carried out 2 of 3 government rules to support the implementation of a circular economy, namely providing support for the regulatory framework and the formulation of financing and incentive mechanism. Although the Indonesia government provides support for a regulatory framework, this framework is not an integrated regulatory framework specially for the application of a circular economy. This happens because the government assumed that previously there has been appropriate content material and supports the implementation of a circular economy. In addition, based on the experience of other countries that specifically regulate an integrated circular economy, it will not guarantee that the content in it is comprehensive and advanced the implementation of a circular economy. To provide support through financing and incentive mechanism, the government does this in collaboration with a non-profit with a program, namely the National Plastic Action Partnership. The government has invested 5.1 million US dollar, including annual operational financing of 1.1 million US dollar. There is also the construction of waste management into electrical energy in Benowo, Surabaya, with an investment value of 1.2 trillion rupiah, and refuse derivative pool in Cilacap with a value of investment is 85 billion rupiah. The Indonesia government has also made policy from upstream to downstream, but not all regions have been able to implement them properly. This unequal application of the circular economy can occur due to the lack of regulation that affects the implementation of the circular economy. To implement a circular economy in Indonesia, not only the government plays a role, but academics, companies, and civil society need to take part in the implementation of a circular economy. The government has a key role as a controller that collaborates with all elements to realize a successful and sustainable circular economy. Therefore, the government should pay attention to every regulation and policy that is made in detail from upstream to downstream and optimize its role in making regulation that emphasizes other parties to actively contribute to the implementation of a circular economy. One of the efforts to meet sustainable development goals is to carry out economic transformation that is more environmentally friendly. By implementing a circular economy, Indonesia can achieve sustainable development goals on a regular basis. This is because a circular economy can help Indonesia to achieve several indicators at once, namely clean and affordable energy, decent work and economic growth, infrastructure, industry and innovation, and then responsible consumption and production, and less handling climate change. Indonesia government has started to provide financing for the implementation of a circular economy. And since before focusing on the implementation of a circular economy, Indonesian government has made regulations that are in line with the circular economy, so that to support the implementation of the current circular economy, the Indonesia government only needs to update and add regulation so that it can adapt to business conditions and the dynamic environment. The Indonesia government has also made policies from upstream to downstream, but not all regions have been able to implement them properly. All right, this all from me and my friend. Thanks for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.